Course on arcade repair going on. Look at all these dead games. Monitors that need to be capped or missing colors or need LCD work. Or there's some that I fixed already. Some that just happen to look good.
I'm Walter Day, the father of esports, and you're watching Matty Mo's Arcade.
I don't know where that is actually. Ah, that's fun. And you know, I play whack-a-mole.
I'm getting ready to attack. Fanny pack attached. Tokens are all stacked. Got the mallet in my grasp. Waiting for the moles, hiding in their holes. Scoreboard keeping tally. I'll be playing till they close now. Can't nobody beat my high score. You can't beat my high score. Can't nobody beat my high score. You can't beat my high score. I'm a mallet master, a single-fisted blaster. You can ask my baby, it starts slow then gets faster. I'm a record setter.
Alright, it's a little better. I can pull my flashlight out if I need to. Okay, and then so this is the first one that's tagged. Got Dungeons and Dragons. And it says we have a bad power supply. And it needs locks and it needs to be put on free play or a credit button. Rampage World Tour, Virtua Fighter. There's some buck hunters and a police trainer over here. And Crisis Zone. I don't see that one as often as Time Crisis. And then we got a, what is this, SV Chaos? SNK versus Capcom. This guy needs a flyback, something fierce. Hopefully, I know I don't have a flyback for that with me. Okay, can we focus? Rolling Thunder. This is a favorite of mine. I really like it. Oh wow, that joystick is way tight compared to the one I normally play on. And we got some Cruisins, USA, A World, and Off-Road Thunder. Fireball. Hydro Thunder also looks like it needs a flyback. For Fast and Furious, 2 down, 2 up. Nicktoons Racing. Ridge Racer 2. We have Centipede, X-Men versus Street Fighter. I know that one I think has issues. Okay, then we come back here to Bad Dudes, NBA Jam. This is the first one on the list. We got a Turtles. Need a little bit better job on the LCD there. MK4. Got a pretty decent looking Zaxxon over here hiding out. And a Guitar Hero. What do we got over here? Ultimate Arcade. That one's one I got to work on. Robotron and Joust. And this Pack and Galaga. Those are pretty nice. 1942 has a scary jumbo mess of wires. Needs a complete rewire. That's typical. What do we got here? Marvel Superheroes. Oh, this is the one I think needed some needed some work on it. I got some marquees printed up. That's kind of cool. I like that. And what do we got here? Something with collapse. Super Space Fortress Macross. Okay. That one I don't know. Track and Field with 88 games. Oh, Pandora's Box. That needs like some work on that LCD, the angle anyway. POW, Bionic Commando. I love this game on NES, but it's not really the same. So there's another Marvel versus Capcom. One of these, Marvel, Capcom, something or another, needs work. Got a play choice here. It'd be nice to see what games they got rocking in there. What do we got going on here? Xenomorph. Yeah. Tell by the cab, I think it is. No, it was maybe. Final fight, bad power supply. Just say monitor comes on, marquee comes on. Heavy barrel, there's no bottom. Power supply makes noise, but the monitor comes on. What do we got here? Do not move, please. Gotcha. We got here CPS 2, is that Alien versus Predator? And a track and field. Monitor needs a cap kit. That we can do. Time pilot. I don't know about you guys, but for some reason I've always kind of liked that art. It's always faded looking though. Okay, Tekken 3. Marquee fixture is not mounted. Monitor potentiometers need cleaned. Some controls aren't working, and the monitor's dirty. Shadow Dancer, no plug, locks and free play. Double Dragon, locks free play or a button. I've got another Nintendo cab here. And Popeye needs cap kit. It looks like it's got audio amp issue. Bad RAM. And a Mortal Kombat 2. I guess this is just where their counter's going to be here. So, let's get started. Alright, we're going to wrap up for this evening and then kind of go over what we're going to do in the next 2 days. I just wanted to start with this Mario Brothers monitor. It is just so nice. It is the skinny version. There is a wide body over there with RoboCop in it, but I don't know if they're going to convert it back or not. So myself, I got this monitor looking much better. I don't know if you remember in a clip just a few seconds ago, it was like totally blown out, whitewashed and out of focus. But other than the fact I couldn't squish it down to the right size that I wanted exactly, but color-wise and blackness and the black level, I mean, is pretty sharp on it now compared to what it was. 2 LCDs. These two aren't coming on, they said. But if you notice, the dash, I don't think the game's booting. I think it could be a power supply issue. I don't know. It's weird that they both are doing it. So, other than the games that I was hired to fix by my old boss, which this is one of them here, the owners of this new arcade, they've also hired me to do as much as I can and go all the way through here before they open, like I did at the other place. So we're gonna have another arcade repair frenzy. Cruisin' World, there was issue. It did boot, didn't boot, didn't boot, didn't boot. Cruisin' USA was okay. Nicktoons worked before it got here, so I think it's probably something. I think Ridge Racer 2 is an unknown. And then I did work on both of these. So this one, as you can see, I'll wait and see if we can get a little better color on it. Now this is the one I had the tripod set up for. I don't like this attract scene because there's just no color and a guy with a giant nose. I don't know these people. Alright, show the color. It's coming, I swear. There we go. That looks great. All it was adjustments, and I did the same thing to this one. I know it looks like it has some lines in it, which is some kind of graphics glitch. I'm going to pull the board and work on that tomorrow. I'm pretty confident that I can get rid of that too. And so in here we have a whole lot of, to me, are unknowns. I think Crisis Zone may have been on. I don't know about that one. That one wasn't on. This one says bad power supply. This one also wasn't on. Neither were any of these. A lot of them have notes like that, and I think the other ones were okay that if it didn't have a note. This is another one of those games that I never actually played that I remember. I think it's just too new. I think I was chasing girls by then or something. And Robin is playing Time Crisis 3, and this is the case with a lot of places where I go and see arcade games. Each monitor looks like it's missing a different color, but neither one of them has that real crisp picture. So that one's got some good blue. That one's got some good red. We got a F-14 Tomcat. I hate that game. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and redo this because I don't know if Slow Ride played over this or not. Damn Guitar Hero trying to get my shit demonetized. Anyway, this monitor is kind of like those other ones. It looks really washed out, and the black level is not very good on it, and a little bit out of focus kind of. I think on this one, like I said earlier, it just needs to be cleaned. Take this glass off, clean both sides of the glass, clean the front of that tube, and that's going to look a lot better. This one actually looks fine. It just has a bulb shining directly on the monitor. This isn't positioned well for that. And then this one, as I was saying, this one actually came, I think, from the neutral zone that I worked at. And this is the cabinet that I almost dropped on my toes because I didn't realize how top heavy it was. It needs a new shell for the gun, and they said the monitor was flaking, so we're gonna kind of cannibalize that one for now to get a bunch of other ones running, or at least a few. Centipede, I don't know. X-Men versus Street Fighter, I just went through gameplays, and the monitor is collapsed though, so hopefully maybe a cap kit or just a reflow on the solder will get that going. The lights shut off here. Okay, so this is the other one that I was working on. This one took the longest. I think I was on this for like an hour. The colors just wouldn't show up right, and if you ever messed with one of these little LCD conversion boards, you got to mess with the clamp settings, and then there's just a whole bunch of settings you can mess with and screw with and continuously change it and never get it right. And then we actually put a second Turtles board in here, like tried a whole second PCB that's sitting here, and I didn't have to do anything. All I did was set the adjustments back on the converter board. Hopefully Turtles theme song isn't copyrighted. YouTube's out to get me. Okay, and it does start up. That is not my mount job. Okay, it didn't save the settings of where the position is, but it has all of its colors. So figure out there's got to be a way I can save the settings or something. Maybe I just didn't do it right, but I know that it's getting its proper colors now, so that's the important part. Right now I'm just blowing through stuff and just fixing stuff. I think this one has a little bit of curl and banding, so it could probably use a cap kit, but not really. I mean, the thing's gorgeous looking. I'm gonna, I think, be here I'm gonna be out this way every couple weeks or every month or so, and so I'll be able to help them keep everything up. Okay, it's gonna let me get the flash on for you. Okay, this one, my old boss, he said that they went through and got a new hard drive and did this and that, and whenever you boot it up, everything's fine, but you have to plug in a keyboard and hit F1 or something. So it tells me the battery died on it at some point. Either it needs a new battery, or you just need to reset the settings to get it to power up correctly. Robotron and Joust. Like, I don't know anything about this. Maybe you guys do. But it's really cool. Is it some kind of like official thing? I don't know. Or is it like a Costco thing? Because there's this one too. Miss Pac-Man and Galaga. This one I do have something to do. And check out this awesome coin door sticker. This one, all I'm going to do is, Miss Pac-Man's not on there, Frogger is. So turn Frogger off, turn Miss Pac-Man on with the speed up chip because somebody wanted that. This one's another candidate for cannibalizing at the moment. They said that all the lights went off on me. Let's go ahead and go turn them on. So in the 1942, it is... it's got a rat's nest of wiring in the inside, which for me is like, you know, typical Monday. But so that they were like, oh, we'll just, you know, use the parts out of it. But look how clean it is. I mean, other than the fact that they like sniped a Pac-Man cabinet for it, but they did a decent job. I've never seen one that looks like this in a Pac-Man cab. See, scary jumble mess of wires, complete rewire. A complete rewire is definitely in its future. And this one, okay, we have the harness needs wires reinstalled for controls. Okay, so somebody snipped the wires there. Then they want to check the rest of the harness and marquee, bulb, fixtures, and lock. Monitor does come on, that's a bonus. So that could be a candidate for robbing parts out of if the board doesn't work. This is the guy that keeps coming on. I already shut him down for good for the night. Okay, what was this one called? Macross. Super Space Fortress Macross. Well, you can't really see it, first of all. So it kind of looks like some Japanese anime or something like that. But anyway, it's got some collapse there. So cap kit and an adjustment. This one's going to be really difficult. Look how crazy that is. Okay, this one actually looks okay. Maybe minor adjustments. So then we have some more of these just kind of unknown cabs back here. Of course, this play choice will be fun. Somebody tell me, is this the R-type cabinet that has that weird? I think it is. Or maybe there was another. Maybe the play choice had it. I know there was a play choice this size. I haven't opened it up. They have another board and stuff in the back. This one, bad monitor, no sound, but game PCB is lighting up. I have monitor removed out of this one. Time Pilot looks good. If this one's missing a color, it's not on there. I think I'm just pickier than most people. Yeah, it's just clean monitor. Some of the controls aren't working. Yeah, okay, so they have noticed that there is a monitor problem. And marquee fixture. I'd yank out that old crap and just put an LED, LED in there and call it a day. No fuss, no hassle. No plug, locks, free play, and a free play button. So is this one of these, some of these Sega games you can't put them in free play, which sucks. That we can get around. It doesn't have a plug. So this one's going to be an unknown. We might have a working monitor. We might have a giant paperweight. But I love the unknowns. This one just says locks and free play, but I don't know if you can see through the camera or not. I think it's either missing green or it's missing blue. I think it's missing blue. Yeah, missing blues. That's super green. I want to show up green. Okay, and then we have a Popeye. It needs a cap kit, and it's screaming, so it needs the audio amp worked on. What else does it say? A marquee. This just has a RAM error, but I think it plays. Another monitor missing a color here. Guess which one? And that's it, I think. Yeah, that's it. So we are going to rip through this place in the next 2 days, so stay tuned. And within the next week, I'll get all these videos up and have some for you guys to watch. Thanks for watching. All right, let's do a little wrap up before I shut everything off. We have this Alien versus Predator that is looking pretty good now. I have the flash on, so everything's gonna be a little bit washed out when I get close. And we got everything. Double Dragon needs a little bit of board work. Everything is going so far in our little classics row so far. When we get down to the play choice, the play choice is on. I do need to cap it. We turned off this power strip that's over here. And Popeye we got working now. Dungeons and Dragons, it does work, but I think we're gonna gut it from this cabinet and put it in a 4-player cabinet, because we have 2 4-player cabs. I wanna get that up. Track and field's kind of a train wreck. It's got a LCD in it, which displays at a bad angle because of where it sits. So that one, it works, but something needs to be done. NBA Jam, we got the monitor back up, which you saw a few minutes ago, and I'm rewiring a new power supply to go in it, and hopefully that's all that needs. Everything boots up fine. And maybe we'll do some pinball tomorrow. We have Centipede works. A lot of these here in the middle. I know these ones on the right work. Shadow Dancer, I can't remember, I think it needs monitor work. I don't remember exactly. These guys all work in here. We might need a power supply here and there, I can't remember. But so far, the front half is done, minus 1 or 2 games. And I don't really count the Dungeons and Dragons, like I said, because we're gonna put that in something else. Shadow Dancer's got issues, but all of these have been up. Let's see, Tekken Mortal Kombat, I think, had a battery issue. That one's been on. Don't think that one of these 2 has not been on. And then Bad Dudes. And I'm not sure if that, one of the Mortal Kombats too had an issue. One of them came on. We got Turtles, and we don't like the LCD. We're gonna do something about that. Either replace it with the right monitor or a better size anyway. That one, I don't know that it needs a cap kit. I might be able to adjust that out. Every one that people have said that I'm gonna have to cap, I haven't capped yet. I've just been able to adjust them. It just goes to show that if you can really take your time and get a good mirror and sit around, and this one I don't know about, you can adjust most of these monitors out without a cap kit. Okay, the Neo Geo, let's see, no picture, no sound, bad monitor. I don't know if I've messed with this one. I don't think maybe I have. This guy was powered on without a, you can see there's one in there without a transformer. There's no transformer in between the AC power and the monitor. And so it fried the monitor, but it's 2 diodes. I think it's a K7000, right? Oh, I don't know. No, I don't think it is actually. I'll have to look. Looks like a Wells Gardner. And then over here is our cabs to build stuff in. We got this one, which may be, if I can fix it, then I'll fix it. It's Marvel Superheroes versus Capcom. Isn't that right? I think. Marvel versus Capcom, or Marvel versus Street Fighter. I can't keep them all straight. There's 500 of them. This one's going to be a bowling game that we have. This one and this one are both 4-player cabs. So one of them is going to be our Dungeons and Dragons, and then we're hoping for like a WrestleFest or some kind of 4-player wrestling game they wanted. But that's where we're at for now. And they're going to do some console stuff over here. And so, other than, like I said, probably 5 games and getting everything in order. I want to get everything turned on tomorrow. We'll have a little bit better idea. I think we're about wrapped up over here. So thanks for watching and sticking through if you guys have been watching around. We have until Halloween is opening night. So I think it's the 9th or the 10th or something. It's Friday, you'll know. But yeah, we only have, 20 days left and everything's got to look good. But the painter's getting his stuff done. So that part's looking there. It's getting there. It looks a lot better. you'll see in the thumbnail what it looks like when you come in the door. I like that. I like the way that painter's doing his job. But thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one. I have to upload another video before this one, so hopefully this one will come out by Sunday. And we'll see if, I don't know. I'll have videos up every day over the weekend, and then hopefully by Wednesday. Okay. Let's see if I can show you a little bit better what NBA Jam finally ended up looking like. See if it comes up. It looks pretty good. I wasn't happy with it yesterday. I'm a lot more happy with it today. I don't know if it grew on me or if maybe it just kind of warmed up and looks better. Come on, I want to see the game. Let me turn this crap on.
Welcome to NBA Jam!
It's on free play already. Don't pick the Bulls. The Bulls will always lose, or it's like 10 times harder to win. Come on. I just want to play.
Here's the tip.
I'm not sure if it's like missing blue. No, it's not missing blue or red or green.
Edwards.
It looks pretty good. Happy with that. And then I don't know where you guys were on these. I think I've walked through all this. We haven't got a whole lot done aside. Sean did some marquees. I got the NBA Jam finished yesterday. I don't think I got that finished on camera. This I do want to talk about. It had collapsed, and the problem was, let me see if I can turn my flashlight on. Oh, nice, I can. Okay. The problem is there's a little plastic lever right there. Let me see, right above my nail there. Let's see if I can focus in it all a little better. There. Okay. Give me the light back. There we go. Come on, my hand's in the way now. There we go. So that little lever right there, if that gets flipped, your monitor chassis will be collapsed. And so I flipped that for Nate, and then his cap job was pretty good. This is actually better than it looks. This bezel and the glass itself is real dirty. We need to clean it. But he did a good job on that one, and learned something new. That's happened to me a few times, and I even forgot when he told me. Yeah, I think it's just a little green, maybe. I don't know. Little green for me, I think. Here's Bad Dudes that I was working on. I don't remember. Did I just do NBA Jam and Bad Dudes? Or no, I didn't do... Oh, I tried Shadow Dancer. And Shadow Dancer had monitor problems and the board didn't come on. So, monitor, power supply, and board possibly. I don't know. It could have been the power supply being out. It was the board. This guy had a lot of issues too. It had, I don't know if I can still get to the back of it. The hard drive, when it came up, was freaking out. But we can use this monitor somewhere else if we need to, or maybe we might trade it actually. Okay. And then we talked about, I don't think I did anything back here because these are all the games I did last week. So we talked about these, and we're going to do like a Capcom bowling in this old golden tee because we have all the stuff for it. We're going to make this one a Simpsons, and this one is going to be wrestling, I think. WrestleFest, something like that. But that's where we are. It's not really a whole lot of difference from the last video I did because we were sidetracked with trying to plug stuff in. But we are in, 3 weeks left, and I think we just about got it. We have 2 down here. These work. We have that one is collapsed. That one works. Some projects. They all work in here minus the 2 in the corner. So yeah, we're down to almost having it done. Got to do some monitor work. in here at the Grand Champion. I'm going to have to do that wiring in the bottom on that power supply down there. And got the Nick Racing up. The Rampage is up. It needs to be plugged in. Power supply in the cruising, no problem. So yeah, we're getting real close. And then I can start fine tuning and adjusting, and I got to do this double dragging issue over here. I'm going to still do the monitors a little bit more. They need to be perfectly dialed in. I have the colors pretty good on the ones that I've worked on. And some of them, like I said, this one needs a cap kit, and this one needs a power supply. Just minor stuff. So I think we can easily do it in 3 weeks now. Now we're starting probably where most arcades would start at, rather than all games down. So we'll see you on the next one, and thanks for watching. Walk around, and like normal, a lot of the games aren't turned on or plugged in, so we're gonna just kind of take a look at what is and give an overview. Everything over here is good to go, minus maybe some small adjustments. We have, let's see, sorry, I'm not very good with this camera yet. We have the Defender that still needs a little bit of board work, maybe a RAM issue, I'm not sure. Exotica's fine. Cruising World didn't power up, but I've had it on. Cruising USA was fine. And Hydro Thunder I've had, and it was fine. Let's see, we have Off-Road works, Ridge Racer works. Grand Champion is another one where I'm going to have to do some, oops, wrong way. I want to aim this thing like a flight stick. I want to check that power supply that's in here. We have Rampage is going to need to have the new power supply installed. We have Nicktoons Racing is fine. We have Mortal Kombat here, and that one is working fine. We have RoboCop, that one's working fine. And Bad Dudes, I'm sure you can hear, and getting annoying on us, is looking much better. I still need to kind of fix the, there we go. I need to fix the width a little bit, but it looks fine. And one of these guys here has collapse, and one of them is fine. I should have turned on my flash. I don't know that I can do it now. SVC Chaos is fine. Mortal Kombat 2, I think, is fine. The gimbal didn't want to follow me. There we go. Okay, so I want Nate to do a cap kit on the Virtual Fighter here. He is, come on, follow with me here. There you go. We're also working on a power supply for that. And then Police Trainer is fine. That Buck Hunter is fine. Turtles is fine. It just has an LCD and it's bad. Robotron, if we can control the camera. Robotron is fine. It's a really weird cabinet. I don't know much about those. Oh, come on. Give me some centering. There we go. I worked on this a little bit more. This thing is super, super dirty in here. Even this outside is so dirty. That's most of the problem with that. And all of these just need to be adjusted. We did get this one going, but I screwed up the neck board. So I will fix that next week. Oh, I didn't mean to face it at me. Come on now. So left side of Time Crisis didn't power up today, and that's fine. I'll fix that too. But yeah, we're getting along here. Quit turning to me. The Neo Geo is pretty much the only dead game we have that isn't, and it really isn't a big deal. It's just the monitor. Throw another monitor in, and I'm pretty sure the board works. So let's see. This one is wired JAMA, so I have a JAMA to JAMA adapter, and I'm not really worried about that. That's going to be a pretty simple fix. This one's Capcom bowling. This one's going to be some kind of Simpsons. This one's going to be some kind of wrestling here at the end. And that should wrap it up for Kincaid. This is, what, Friday night? I think we have 2 weeks left, because that Saturday will be, Saturday, the 31st is open. So, yeah, we just got like 2 weeks left. We are running out of time. I could have swore I just heard somebody talking back here. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, was that you on your phone? Okay. I was like, what the hell? But we're wrapped up for the evening, and we are about to jam. I'm going to leave this crap here, and I'll even leave a DeWalt box. Look at that. All right, so thanks for watching, guys. No, I didn't mean to do that. Come on. I will figure this thing out eventually. We will be back filming here again in 1 week. 1 week and a day, I think. Oh, there's also this little guy over here I'm going to fix. So thanks for watching, and we will have plenty more to come. And stay tuned for the next one. Thanks. We are going to start right here by turning the volume down on the copyrighted music. I don't know if you guys have seen back here. Hopefully this ends up full of monitors that I've fixed already. So these are some that I've pulled in the back for now that are on the to-do list. I've got a little bit farther. It's like 2 in the morning, something like that. I'm over here in the corner now. I put a better bezel on this Turtles. The picture shifted to the right, but it looks better than it did anyway. And I have plans on rearranging a lot. I wasn't able to find the problem with the red on Bad Dudes yet. Wasn't any of the pots, and it wasn't a transistor. It doesn't look like it's the actual wire. I don't know. I did fix the pot on this. It's not as beautiful looking as this monitor over here, but it is much, much better. And then we have this one in. I adjusted it. I got police trainer back up. This one I think obviously needs work. It's super green or blue or something. Those two I'm yanking in the back. I can't get, neither one of them have a working monitor basically. I don't have time to rebuild one right this second. So I'm over here in the corner is where I'm going to start for right now, and for this video anyway. We're going to just work through. This one I think just needs to be turned on. All of these need to be adjusted, and then when we get to Neo Geo, this one's another unknown. I don't think the monitor works, so I don't know. I can hook up the little LCD to it and test it and stuff like that, but I don't know. We're going to just pull the ones that I can't get going right away. I think we do have a working monitor in this one, so we can put something here. But these two, I'm gonna make one good one, or two if I can, I'm not sure. And then this one's actually a Turtles in Time, and I guess it was a joust cabinet with a giant hole that somebody kicked in it. I'm gonna try before everyone gets here to throw it in this cab that was probably, like NBA Jam or Hang Time, whatever that NBC one is. So I'm gonna try to throw it in there and surprise the guys before they get back. And then we'll have a Turtles in Time and a 4-player cab. And we also have the Dungeons and Dragons, which is a 4-player. And we have Rampage there. And we have Dungeons and Dragons that I can transplant over. And then we have NBA Jam. So we have quite a few 4-player cabs we can bunch up around these posts and stuff I want to do. But I want to try to do that before they get back. And they're not going to be back in the morning. So look at this monitor. This one turned out much, much nicer. There's another one where I just couldn't quite get it to look right. And then once I cleaned it, it was like, oh my gosh, okay, I had it. But it looks great. Ugh, the red on that one. I hate this. This is a travesty. I mean, ugh. But that one's okay. I'm okay with that. But anyway, let's quit rambling. There's plenty to do. I'm gonna hop in. First thing I'm gonna do is clean this thing, because just like the other ones, if you don't clean them, it's really hard to try to adjust them. It's pretty much damn near impossible. Let's see if you can see the haze on it. And I'll come back. See, look, it just looks out of focus. I'll come back after I clean it, and then we'll see if it looks any better. Kincaid at the end of the final day. Just want to do a walkthrough and kind of show what everything looked like when we opened. Well, it didn't, yeah, it all looked like this when we opened, but I did have to get some of the buttons and joysticks and stuff going while we were at it. This one looks like it's just a little bright, maybe a little blue in the background. Black's not quite as black as I'd like. All the monitors ended up looking pretty good. Spent a lot of time on some of it. That one's got some weird sprites going on. Double Dragon killed a second monitor. This Bionic Commando had some really weird haze on the Plexi. We ended up getting that out mostly. But all the games look pretty good. I was really pleased with that. Everything on this row worked except for this one. Was never able to get this one started. I couldn't short the wires to get it to start in any spot, and I didn't dedicate enough time. This one also is just a little green, or maybe the red's not right. I never could quite get that one. This one has an LCD, but I did kind of do a better job on the bezel. I don't know if you can see it. It looked better than it did. I don't know if you saw it in previous videos or not. NBA Jam, this one didn't work at all. I think the monitor looks great now. I like that one. That's another one that I worked a lot. I worked really hard on. Both this pinball works fine over here. We didn't have any issues with it. This one I didn't expect to even see anything turned on it, you know, on this trip even at all. Now it has got some super high heels. I'm not sure on that choice, but all it needs right now to play is a flipper, and we have some parts, but not all. There's another monitor turned out, looking great. And sometimes I think it looks a little dark, but I think it looks pretty good. Need red on Defender over here. This one died twice, and I brought it back. It looks pretty good right now. This one, same thing, little blue on it, and I couldn't get the blue and the brightness to where I liked it. It looks really blue in the camera, but it's not that blue. It's just a little too bright. Nicktoons turned out gorgeous. Had a little bit of trouble with this Hydro Thunder. I got it where it's stable, and I did just hot glue the focus in place on it and the brightness. They drift barely. Over a week or so, it started to look really bad. These two look fine. This one was an LCD. I didn't get back there and mess with it. That's just how it was when we got it, but I can fix that too. Also hot glued this one because the focus would drift after a couple days. Like I said, it's barely doing it, so it'll hold them off until I can get back in town next time. I think these are all LCDs. This one actually looks way better than it shows. That's just mostly burn on that monitor. The really bad one was this one, and it's just it actually, I think it has blue but no green, and I just couldn't get into it. I don't know if you've ever seen this. This is one of those die-hard cabinets. This thing is encased in plastic, so I couldn't get to the neckboard to pull the neckboard off, and you can kind of reach through here and do adjustments, but I didn't have that kind of time for pulling the neckboard off and getting a transistor off. Buck Hunter worked just fine. Lethal Enforcers works. The second player gun works. The first player gun doesn't. And I didn't have the bit to get those guys off of there for right now. So it's just a work in progress. This one, the controls didn't work at all today, and the monitor was really bad the other day. I got it where it's passable. It's got all 3 colors. This monitor was terrible, and brought it back. It looks pretty good now. Actually, one of the better ones probably. LCD, RoboCop looks great. It's just behind 10 plexi. It needs to be widened and sized correctly. Bad Dude's Lost Red. I tried this whole trip to get it to come back. It was here when I first got here. It's not anything in the wiring. I went through continuity. I checked the board. It could be a chip or a ROM or something, I guess, like that. I don't know. But once again, I didn't dig that far. I didn't dig into the chassis on that either. Hopefully it's not that serious. Turtles in Time, I think I might have mentioned, I want to put this in a 4-player cabinet, and I'm prepping one for it now because we have a couple. But it worked and played okay. Those guys, that one over there, the monitor is still flatline. What am I looking for? Collapse. So I know what it needs. It's IC2. I didn't have any. It's a K7000. This one I still need to look and watch gameplay video. It's heavy barrel. I don't know if those colors are right because they look different at Ted's house. But I kind of liked them like that. So I don't know. I got these to look a lot better, both of them. They're the same game, but I still can't get them on the same page. Like this one I think is a little too blue, and this one I think is not enough blue. So I'm gonna eventually get those to meet in the middle, but they're way better than they were. They both were just completely brown. That one's still kind of brown, but it's getting there. They're better. That one needs a free play button, and I guess that's the natural colors for that. I have no idea. I've never played it. Still got this weird kind of line like it was collapsed, but I've capped it, so I'm not sure what that is. This one, same thing. One of the colors, like green or blue, needs to be tweaked and brightened, and it's got that weird shimmer. I don't know if you can see it. And then this one, this side died, so I'm still not sure with that. This one also looks like blue needs to come down, green needs to come up, maybe red needs to come up. It's very blue heavy. It definitely doesn't look as bad as it does on the camera. This is another one that I spent quite a bit of time on, and it turned out really, really well. I'm happy with that one, big time. But we got a good crowd to come in. It's a good start. I gotta pick up my shiznat and get packed up so we are ready to roll. Any final thoughts for the day?
I'm fucking exhausted.
Are you happy?
I'm happy as hell, man. I love everything. Looks
Right.
really good. The monitors look amazing.
All right, we're signing off. These 2 right here are gonna be ground and 5 volt. So what do we get here? Did I not turn the game on? I didn't turn the game on. I guess that would help. Hang on.
Here it is, a nice little trade. The person I traded got what they wanted, I got what I wanted, and a pretty good deal on it too. Super hang on.
Get what I want.
That comes later.
Yeah.
Okay. It's on fire.
What happened? Whoa.
Lots of smoke.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah, well, thanks for watching.